Rick Craig has been president for the past 15 years. He's been involved with the credit union for the past 38 years, which is more than half of the existence of the credit union. Anything he did with excellence and complete commitment. He had a great passion to provide the absolute best services he could for our members. Through his efforts, he has directly impacted and improved the lives of thousands of people. We are truly the beneficiaries of his leadership.
It was kind of an interesting thing. I started on the board and then became the executive vice president. And you know, you talk about working for an organization for 38 years. You've got to remember, I only got one promotion. That meant not rapid progress.
The things that Rick has done at his credit union for his community are incredible. The amount of money that the credit union sends to the schools in Utah, the things he does for his employees, the Care-A-Lot Foundation for their employees in need, and then what he's done for credit unions nationally and internationally in preserving the credit union's ability to compete and grow and thrive. They are just so many to talk about, and each and every one of them goes above and beyond what most of us ever think about doing.
Back in 1998, the credit union was experiencing some growth with its employees, and we were starting to see employees that were facing catastrophic events in their lives. There was a drive and a real push by Rick to form something that we could do to help our employees, and so the Care-A-Lot Fund was formed. It's the employees who are bound together. You can donate through payroll deduction. You can donate vacation or sick leave to help to offset some of the catastrophic events that other employees are experiencing in their lives. We've helped people whose houses have burned down. We've paid mortgages for people who have had to take time off work to go sit with their children at the hospital. We've paid car payments. And so it's brought a blessing into their lives.
The money is not as important as the things that they can do with that money. I remember going to a viewing for an infant that passed away, and we were able to buy the burial plot for them and assist with the casket. It's not about money, it's about people.
Rick began to travel from Utah to Pomona College every summer to help us educate up-and-coming credit union leaders. Rick designed and directed the 2-year-long projects. He taught financial analysis. He wrote the program for our wonderful financial simulation model. He created what students called the Big Circle, where he could lead a discussion about everything important in our world of credit unions. And he didn't just teach his classes and leave. He came and stayed for the entire 2 weeks.
I think that's going to be one of the great holes in my life, is not having that opportunity to be able to teach. But I think that there are people that will be more relevant to the current issues in the credit union movement that will do an excellent job stepping in there. Dr. Jim Likens and Dr. Michael Steinberg do a terrific job leading that, and I have every confidence that the credit union movement will be better served by Western CUNA Management School.
When he was a member of our executive committee, we went to a program that the American Society of Association Execs runs. And sure enough, the president of the Florida Bankers Association, as I recall, was there. And Rick walked up and said, just out of curiosity, why would you ever come after credit unions when you know you can't win? And she looked at him and just walked away. And I said, wow, Rick, that was an interesting comment. And he said, I was serious because we're on the right side of this issue. But Rick believed sincerely in what he was doing, and that showed up in everything he did out there.
Utah's been the hypercenter of the bank credit union tussle over the years, and America First has written big checks to fight big fights here against unbelievable odds and done what credit unions do best, deploy the undeniable will of the citizenry of the state in support of who we are. And that's vision that is possessed and articulated by Rick and sort of perpetuated throughout our movement in the state.
Credit unions in Utah faced a number of challenges over the years and some very serious threats to the credit union movement in Utah, which would have affected credit unions all across the country if the banks had been successful. But Rick really led the effort of Utah credit unions and the Utah Credit Union League, standing up to the banks and promoting the credit union difference and winning in Utah. He's just a leader in every sense of the word.
Rick, I appreciate and thank you for embracing me. I think you have represented the credit union movement very well. I wish you and Karen the best of luck in your retirement. Onward and upward. Thank you, my friend.
I've been very fortunate throughout my career to have worked with terrific individuals. The members, staff, and management of America First have been dedicated individuals to ensuring that whatever the mission, the direction of the board of directors has been fulfilled. And I certainly appreciate the support of my wife, Karen, because without her support, I would not have been able to teach at CUNA School or to serve on those boards or to make whatever small contribution there was. And for our family, for our 10 children, for our 32 grandchildren, and for their support of their granddad as he went out and tried to make a small difference.
I've never met a person of his intellect. I've never met a person of his integrity. I've never met a person of his compassion for a cause. It's in his soul. He was the right person at the right time for the credit union movement. He truly walks on higher ground. And example to all of us. It was a huge privilege and an honor, and I say it in all humility, what it was like to sit next to Rick Craig. It's an amazing opportunity and a blessing in so many lives, especially ours.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Credit Union Foundation is proud to honor Rick Craig with the 2013 Herb Wegner Memorial Award for Lifetime Achievement.